Hi, this is Ed Baig with USA Today. Okay, so there's a bunch of smartphones out there, the usual suspects: Apple's iPhone, Samsung Galaxies, a lot of good Android phones, good Windows phones, and now we have a brand new phone from Amazon. The e-commerce giant has sold a bunch of phones through the years, but they've never had to sell an Amazon phone until now. We have the Amazon Fire, and because Amazon is late to the market, they frankly had to do things a bit differently, and they've done that in a couple of ways. For starters, there's something Amazon refers to as dynamic perspective. Translation, it's Amazon's take on 3D. The way you hold and twist and swivel the phone, the way you look at it, changes the perspective of what you see on the screen. The idea, of course, is to fully immerse yourself in the display. Now, you'll get your first look at this on the lock screen of the phone, but really, where you're going to use it most in the future is through games and through other apps. Now, there are a few apps that take advantage of it out of the gate, but of the 185,000 apps overall that are available for this device, and I have to quickly point out that that's far fewer than the number of apps for Android or iOS devices. Of the 185,000, only a scant few will take advantage of dynamic perspective at launch, but expect more and more as we move forward. One example of this came when I played with an app called Clay Doodle, fun little app in which you mold clay into an object. As you approach the phone that may be lying on a flat surface, the clay gets bigger. If you move your head, it turns a little bit, retreat, and the molded clay gets smaller. It's a pretty cool example of how this works. Now, another big feature that Amazon is adding is called Firefly. It makes use of the 13 megapixel rear camera on the phone, which, by the way, takes very good pictures and videos. But when you're using it for Firefly, it turns your phone into a souped-up scanner. Yeah, it can scan things other phones can, like QR codes and barcodes, but then it goes well beyond that. It can scan phone numbers that are printed in newspapers or magazines or on posters, or even, in my experience, on the side of a truck. And when that phone number is recognized, guess what? It appears on your screen. You can instantly call it, text that number, add it to your contacts. It can recognize books. This is Amazon, after all. And when it recognizes a book, you can instantly buy that book, the physical book, the Kindle version of the book, the audio version of the book if there is one, again, right from your phone. It could recognize scenes in movies and TV shows, and exploiting an X-ray feature which takes advantage of the IMDb app that Amazon actually owns. It stands for Internet Movie Database. You can actually get information on the actors who are in a given scene and get plot information about that movie. It's really pretty cool. Now, Amazon has also brought over the Mayday feature that folks who may have bought some of their tablets are already familiar with. This is a live 24/7 tech support feature in which, at the press of a button, you'll get a live tech support representative appear in a small window on the phone, and he or she can help you find out how to use some obscure features, dig into settings. It's a good feature for newcomers. You will need good internet connectivity. I did run into some issues when I did not have good internet connectivity, and I should also point out that internet connectivity, or decent internet connectivity, is also required for Firefly. Now, there's a learning curve to using this phone, learning curve to using some of the 3D stuff and the gestures, but once you get the hang of it, you can use the phone in many instances with a single hand. So I think people are going to like it once they figure it out. Now, there are features that are missing that are on some of the other premium phones out there. No, there's no Fingerprint Scanner as on the latest iPhone, latest Galaxy phones. The phone is not waterproof or water resistant as on certain other phones. The voice assistant or voice searching capability in here is weak compared to rival features like Apple's Siri, like Google Now, like Cortana on the Windows phones. So, is this the best smartphone on the market? Not yet. Is it a phone that encourages to shop in the Amazon ecosystem? Of course it is. But as a first effort, Amazon has done a really, really fine job. One that might just help fire up the congested smartphone market. For USA Today, I'm Ed Baig, and I'll catch you next time.